I want to know quickly because I think when I started at Compound Media, this drama was already kind of in play. I never understood how it came to be. Could you briefly describe how you got into a beef with Kevin Brennan?
Oh God, yeah. So Kevin had a show, one show a week on Compound. I think maybe a week
Burning
or two.
Bridges.
Burning Bridges, yeah. And yeah,
He was gone. His show finished like right as I was getting into Compound.
okay, yeah, and like, well, this is the thing, Gav. I would just like, I don't normally quote Gavin that often. Love him, but we don't necessarily see eye to eye a lot. But Gavin would always say, like, as long as you don't mess with my oh, I'm butchering it, but it was something along the line is don't mess with a man's job sources. I've got to get drunk.
They're bad.
Don't mess with a man's job and don't mess with his family. And fucking Kevin, man, right when I got hired, I think Kevin wanted he wanted to have a morning show every day. I don't know, looking at this show once a week, I'm like, dude.
He would be hard to look at every morning. He's just like super negative.
So am I. I can't say that. But like I've certainly got that as well. But like he would never be able to put the work in. And also he didn't put shit into his crappy show that was on the network. But and he's got very passionate fans. I have to be careful. But he immediately was trying to get me fired. And I never met this dude. I never
right out the gate.
Right out the gate.
Threatened by you.
And by the way, you know how I knew that? Because the higher-ups would tell me. And a part of them, I think, I don't know if they wanted some sort of like old school 90s radio conflict, some shit like that. Yeah. But you know me, I don't get mad that much.
I feel like you're easygoing.
Thank you. Yeah. Again, I'm a dumb puppy, but I was pissed. But I didn't say anything. And then when I got Joanne, he started going after her, and that was it. And at that point, especially like from my end, go after me all you want, but I had just gotten Joe, and you want her to be okay with what she's coming into, and for him to just immediately, and there was no punchlines in it. It was just gross fucking shit. And for him to do that right off the bat, and I'm like trying to make her comfortable, I was like, you fucking dirty piece. So
he was insulting her.
Oh yeah. Like I'm trying to remember the examples, but it was a while ago. And yeah, and also like I don't want to say too much, but he's kind of like, I know these type of dudes. They're good talkers. When you get face to face with them, pussies. I've not won a lot of fights in my life, but I'm not afraid to get into a fight. And I'm going to hurt you before you actually knock me out. I will hurt you. But maybe it's more like this. But I'll hurt you. And
it just seems
he's
like
a fucking pussy. And like anytime I would actually engage him face to face, just a little butterfly. And even I would come on his show because, again, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. Like, I don't like this. I don't like this. I would come on his show. Fucker, when I invited him on my show, he's like, hey, you're going to have all of your red-eye friends there, and they're going to gang up on me. I'm like, who the fuck are you? You're 60 years old, dude. And no, by the way, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't even think that far ahead. And so it was just a lot of that. And I'll tell you what, Chrissy, I know I'm doing a long-winded thing here, and I don't want to get too much into it. I still assume he's probably going to win. Yeah, I really do think that at some point he's going to come back into Compound Media. I'm sure Joanne will stay as long as she wants, but I'll be gone. And I can see that happening. And whatever. I had a good run.
Do you have like plans or goals that don't involve Compound? Now, I'm not saying do you have an exit plan, but like, do you? Yeah, like what's next? What do you think you would like to?
Yes. Accomplish? And God, we should just have a drink at some point because I feel like you're a much more better multitasker than I am. I find myself, and this is a big problem when you get older too, because I don't have the drive and the fire under my ass that I used to. But like, I find myself trying to scrape by on deadlines and stupid gigs that I get hired for minimal money, right? Rather than really focusing on what I would prefer to do and focus on that as a quote unquote job, which in and of itself is a cliche. But I'm very bad at that, and I've gotten worse. And
so thinking ahead, making big goals,
right?
Instead of like,
I'm thinking about like if I edit 10 articles, I'll get this amount, like all that stuff. When I need to just sit back and actually, I think there is a future. I would love to continue working with Joanne. She's the best thing that ever happened to me professionally, by far. I mean, we'll see what she says, but I know she's amenable to it. Amenable. But I think that there is a life for Mornin in some other facet. And I got to tell you also, like, I have no problem being a behind the camera guy. I think Joe's a huge talent. I would just produce the fuck out of her. You know, okay. I don't need to be in front of the camera, right? But I know how to work with her. I know all of her stupid little peccadillos, like, and I know what works with her sense of humor, all that stuff. So that, like, I'd be very vague, but like,
I bet you could write a book, Bill. I feel like you have a lot of stories from.
I do, but also that's the other problem with alcoholism is you forget a lot too. I used to make fun of Gino for having a little his lame little dream diary. I can't make fun of him for it though, because like I wish back in the day I had a little journal or a little diary, just wrote down the specifics of what happened in Fox and stuff like that, because it's all gone. You know, it's just like I remember a good amount, but like. The real specific stuff that could really help you, particularly if you're writing even a roman clause, you need those journals, man. And I didn't do it, so that's my advice for all you writers out there. Keep a little journal.